up, Hammerhead Nation? It's your boy Jack Hammer, and today I want to talk about Scarlette. Yes, it's time to talk about Scarlette and whatever happened to her. But first, I'm going to do some traffic criticism. So, this car in front of me and myself had the right of way, and that van did not. Just for anybody out there who, stupid, like said van, you do not have the right of way when traffic is turning on a left and you're turning on a right turn. The more you know. Fucker. Anyway, so if you go back to the last episode that I did, it is y'all niggas know y'all ain't got it. Oh my god. Okay, hold up. We're gonna do a little bit more traffic criticism. You do not have to stop. If the light is flashing yellow, you have to slow down and be cautious. If it is flashing red, you have to stop. I don't know why that damn light's still flashing anyway. That shit should have been fixed. Anyway, honey child, moving on. We're going to talk about Scarlette. Now, in the video, All My Bikes, which I will link in the description, you can see pictures of her, and I will put more right here. Scarlette was a 2006 Kawasaki ZX6R 636. That was my baby. That was my boo thing. That was, oh my God. I'm talking just straight raw power when you wanted it, when you needed it, I got the bike February 2012, and May the 29th, 2013, my bike was stolen. I woke up that morning at around 7:30. I noticed that it was not there. So then I blinked my eyes, I let go of the blinds. I was like, nah, okay, I'm gonna look again, and I'm pretty sure that bike's gonna be there. So I looked again, and the bike wasn't there. So then I looked down, and I'm like, oh, shit. Nah, bro, no, absolutely not. Nobody would have stole my bike. That shit wouldn't happen to me. I mean, what? I've seen Chase on two-wheel videos, and it happened to him. I've seen these other random videos of people on the internet, and it happened to them. I've seen, I've had club members and people talk about it, but that shit wouldn't happen to me. Sure no. That shit had happened to me. I call the police. I get Riverdale PD, and they tell me that they're going to forward my call to a detective that's already working on my case. And I'm like, how you got somebody working on a case that I just reported? This shit just happened. Okay, all right, cool. So I get transferred to this detective, and he's extra nonchalant about this shit. Yeah, well, sir, we're gonna send somebody out to your location now. Okay, but how did you get assigned to a case where we received a phone call from a lady early this morning saying that it was some suspicious people in the neighborhood, and we sent a car out. Is what this detective told me. I am in utter shock right now. So I have jumped in the car, drove down the road both ways to see maybe they didn't know how to ride it and they dropped it somewhere, or maybe he's stupid and he lives right down the street or some shit, No, that wasn't the case. So when I got back to the neighborhood, after I got off the phone with the cop, my girlfriend had already woken up, and she was, of course, pissed off about it as well. I ran into a lady who lived in the building that was adjacent to us and closer to the front of the neighborhood. That lady came up to me and explained that she was the one that called the police at, I think, about 3:45 4 o'clock, somewhere in between 3 and 4 o'clock. She called the police. She said it was 2 guys that just parked a black truck in front of her house or her apartment, and they were getting out. They looked suspicious. The police said, well, ma'am, we can't just send the police because somebody looks suspicious. Shit, me, Big Daddy. You better send the goddamn these oh my, okay, all right, let me calm down. This story always gets me riled up and shit. They hang up on her, tell her they can't send anybody out, all that good stuff, yada yada. And then she calls back and says, okay, I know that they're going to steal something. They're proceeding to steal the guy's motorcycle. I know that guy, and he lives over here. They don't send somebody. Okay, ma'am. All right, we'll send somebody. Is how she said. The lady responded to her, which is anyway. She was like, a cop never showed up. She stayed up until I talked to her. She had not gone to sleep. She had never gone to sleep. She stayed up that whole time. Number one, to see if that's a nice Jeep. Squirrel. She stayed up to see if the cops actually showed up, and they never did. She said they didn't make any noise, so just sleeping like a baby, you know what I mean? Anyway, I get in contact with State Farm. What the fuck is wrong with y'all? Go! I give a description of all the things that I've done to my bike. In the last 2 weeks, I had done a lot to my bike. If I can find the photos, I will post the idea and the direction that I was going with the bike. But I had painted the bike, added a bunch of different accessories and all kinds of stuff. Really, my bro? Like, come on, bro. Like, what is you doing? Squirrel. The second thing is they already got somebody working on the case that really ain't even going yet. And they ain't doing nothing about it. And the third thing is, I don't know if you've ever had anything stolen of that magnitude, a car, your house broken into, anything, but it is a really bad feeling. I mean, it sucks. State Farm actually took care of me. Shout out to State Farm, yo. They were really awesome. So I owe, because I financed the bike, I owe like $3,100 on the bike. And State Farm paid me like, I think it was, I can't remember the exact figures, but it was almost $7,000. It was $6,980 something $1,000. Fucking, what are you doing, man? Hey, bro. I didn't see you, man. When you pulled out like that, I could have hit you, bro. But it ain't about you hitting me. It's about me hitting you because the car that was in front of me was turning and I couldn't see your van. All right, just do me a favor and just look out next time. All right, appreciate it. This shit is getting ridiculous, man. Oh, so anyway, as I was saying, I got $6,900 for a $3,100 bike, right? So with that being said, I was well off. After that, I was like, yeah, fuck that bike. I'll go get me another bike, blah, 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 blah. So that ain't even, shit. That ain't even the best part of the story. So about 2 weeks later, I'm coming home from work. My girlfriend picked me up. I worked in Noonan, Georgia. And I want to stop and get some beer. She was like, okay. So we stopped by this gas station that's not too far from her house on Highway 85. As I'm walking to the car, I hear my bike. Now, on this bike, I had customized the exhaust, and I knew the tune of my bike. Like, I knew the sound of my bike. And I said that to her when I hopped in the car. Then I see a black motorcycle with a black guy on it. And I was like, let's follow him. And she was like, you sure? I was like, yeah. Because if it is my bike, then we're going to get this back right now. If it ain't my bike, then no foul, no harm. I ain't got to bother the guy. So anyway, we follow this guy right down the road. Sure enough, when we get close enough to him, I can see that it's my bike. Not only did I knew my bike, like all the things that I had done to it and customized it. People that ride, people that have customized their bikes, they gonna know it. Even if people change some stuff about it, they're gonna know that it's their bike. Not only did I recognize my customizations, the only thing he had done was spray painted the bike black. The wheels were still red and the windscreen was still red. Now, the windscreen was a clear red color, which was a really cool effect I got by using a certain type of spray paint. And so my windscreen was actually see-through, but it was red. And the fact that he had my tag on the bike still. So that was fucking retard move number one. I call the police and I tell them that I'm pursuing the motorcycle that's mine, but he doesn't know that we're behind it. We're just gonna follow him, wait for the police to arrive. Now, this is why I feel like a lot of police are fucking useless. There's a lot of good cops out there. And I feel like the world would be in utter chaos if we didn't have cops, because motherfuckers would lose their mind. Go on killing sprees and robbing sprees and shit like that all the time. Now, where I do think the police are very useless is at a time like this. I get Clayton County. Clayton County say they can't do nothing because Riverdale PD got the case. So they transfer me to Riverdale. So I'm following the guy, and we're in Riverdale. We're in the city of Riverdale. We follow the guy to his house, where we put in the address. I call up a few homeboys, and I'm like, well, if the police ain't gonna come, I'm gonna handle this shit myself. The police said they had somebody on the way. We were 9 minutes from a precinct. 9 minutes. 9 minutes from the precinct to that guy's address. We sat there for 33 minutes before the guy decided to pull the bike back out again. So we were sitting at a pizza place that was not too far from his house. It was actually in the entrance of his neighborhood. Unfortunately, dipshit recognizes the car as he's trying to pull back out of the neighborhood. My girlfriend does the most gangster shit that I had ever seen anybody do. When he pulled out, when she recognized that he saw the car and recognized the car and he was gonna try and run from us, she ain't complain about nothing. She just nodded her head and said, okay, here we go. Time to get this motherfucker. I was like, yo, ride out. So we pursue the guy. This is where it gets interesting. He is on a 2006 Kawasaki Ninja ZX6R 636, and we're keeping up with him in a 2008 Kia Rio. Yeah, let that sink in. If anybody knows about motorcycles, they know that bike would have had no problem outrunning that car. And he couldn't. So he could not ride a motorcycle. He thought at riding a motorcycle. Anyway, while following him, we are still on the phone with the police, who never showed up at the house after 30 minutes of sitting there waiting. And we're trying to tell them where he's at, describe. Now, if you know anything about Clayton County, Riverdale, Georgia, Fayette, Georgia, and Fulton County, all of these places they're on what's called a tri-county line. They essentially have 3 counties that meet at a certain point. And you can drive through all 3 counties in less than 30 seconds if you're at the right point. With that being said, that was not a good thing. The reason that I'm talking about that is because when we passed into a different county or a different city, we got transferred to a different county or a different city's police department. So we were originally on the phone with Clayton County. Then we got transferred to Riverdale PD. Then we got transferred to Fayetteville PD. Then we got transferred to College Park, then back to Clayton County, back to College Park, and that's essentially who I hung the phone up on. Now, we followed this guy for a very long time. He's weaving in and out of traffic, and we right behind him. I can't remember exactly what road we were on, but we were in College Park, and 285 was right there, and I told her, I said, if he gets to 285, that's a wrap. We might as well clean that up, because he'll get away from us on 285. There was a College Park police officer sitting in traffic. Now, imagine this. You got a city bus, the guy stuck behind a city bus, a car behind him, and then behind the guy that the car is behind, there's the cop. Okay, yeah. This is my stop. If I don't get hit, this story is going to be continued as soon as I get out of my vape shop. Yo, by the way, this is the vape shop that I always go to, the one that I always brag about. East Atlanta Village Smoke and Vape, yo. If you are in the Atlanta area, especially if you're over here on the east side in EAV, East Atlanta Village, stop by here, show my people some love, man. They excellent customer service, always friendly, never had a problem here. They carry a very wide selection of dry tobacco and vaporizers, mods, tanks, you name it. They can get it if they don't have it. So swing by, show them some love. But anyway, we're running here right quick, and I'll be right back. Back to the story. So I hope I pick up where I left off at. Yeah, there's a bus with a car behind it. That guy's behind that car. There's another car behind the guy that's on my motorcycle. And then there's a cop behind that car. So, bus, car, motorcycle, car, cop. I'm trying to get the attention of the cop. He ain't paying attention. He don't want to look over and shit like that. I don't remember doing this, but my girlfriend said that I put the safety off my gun, and I was gonna hop out the car. Now, I don't remember putting the safety off, but it don't sound too far from my irrational thinking at a time like that. And I do remember trying to get out of the car to go and snatch his ass off my bike. That was my intention. My intention wasn't to shoot the guy. I don't know why. You know, I think I took my gun off of me with the intention of putting it on the floorboard of the car or on my seat. But she didn't know that. Regardless of the matter, she would not let me out of the car. I was pissed. I'm talking super pissed. Anyway, what she did to keep me from making probably one of the biggest mistakes of my life is she took her hand, put it between the seatbelt, well, through the seatbelt, and grabbed my belt buckle. The only way that I could get her to let go was if I hurt her hand, and I wasn't about to hurt her. It wasn't that serious, but I was pissed off. Me and her got in an argument because I thought she was just gonna let me go with his ass, and she didn't. And her mind frame was, I'm not gonna let you ruin your life over a fucking motorcycle. And I'm like, fuck that, I'm gonna ruin my life over this fucking motorcycle, you know. So I was being irrational, I was being an ass, and I got out of the car and I started walking, and then, you know, she called me, she cussed me out again. I gave pushback, got cussed out some more, she hung up on me. Eventually, I walked to a homeboy's house who lived down there. I hung out with them, and then I had her come pick me up. We let the guy go. Like I told you before in the beginning of the story, I was already getting damn near $7,000 for a bike that I almost had paid off. So anyway, the moral of my story is try not to get too attached, because in my state of thinking that day, at that point in time, I was very irrational. I'm thinking about fighting this guy over an inanimate object. It's a motorcycle. But the reason that I felt that way back then is because I put my hard-earned dollars into that. You know, I went to work every day at shitty jobs so I could afford this motorcycle, you know? And I'm sitting here like, for fuck's sake, bro, go get a job. Go get a fucking job and buy your own shit instead of sitting out and stealing people's shit. Now, what I found out from a friend that, you know, got some information for me about the guy, and another thing that helped my decision in not pursuing him anymore was, because we knew where he lived, you know, was the fact that his stupid ass probably wasn't even the one that stole the bike. He was either housing the bike for the person who stole it, or he bought it from the person who stole it. And the reason that I know that is because he didn't know how to ride the bike. As I stated earlier, oh shit, that was a deep fucking pothole. As I stated earlier, he didn't know how to ride. I wish I had footage of that. Hey, car, can you see me? God damn it. Woo! Hey, car, can you see me? Need to get out that fucking lane. As I stated earlier, he was very shitty at riding a motorcycle, dragging the clutch. Like, I mean, the abuse that he put on it while I could see him, while we were chasing him, I was almost positive I didn't even want the damn bike back, you know? So anyway, his girlfriend that he lived with, they had a total of 3 children, which one of which was not born. The other one was his, and then another one wasn't. So she had a slightly older child, a toddler, and a child that wasn't even born. She was pregnant. She was like 7 months pregnant. She came out the house as we did a U-turn in the cul-de-sac after he pulled into his driveway initially, when we initially followed him. and she walked out the house onto the porch. So that's how I knew she was pregnant. At least 6 or 7 months pregnant. At least. And that's, to me, there's other people's lives involved in shit like that. Don't do stupid fucking shit. You know what I'm saying? Don't steal a car or a motorcycle. Go to work and purchase your shit legitimately. That's number one. Number two, don't take the stolen shit back to your fucking house where your pregnant girl is at. And kids, man. With that being said, make better choices, people. That's at the end of the day, the bottom line. Make better choices. But anyway, it was a blessing in disguise, so some people would say, so to speak. Anyway, just out going for a ride. Decided to tell that little story right there, man. It was hilarious. Oh my God, Jack, what is wrong with people today? Are you fucking serious? This bitch just full force backed out into the goddamn. Oh shit, bro. Let me get my ass to the house. So anyway, I appreciate you tuning in. Riding with your boy Jack Hammer. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, give it a thumbs up. You see, I tried to get y'all right there. Now, for real, give me a thumbs up. Nobody got time for them thumbs down and all that. So, give me a thumbs up, man. And if you really like it, share the video and on social media. Follow my page on Facebook at Jack Hammer, JACKH4MR, because I am the Jack Hammer. This is the Dark Phoenix. And from me to you, and from her to you, much love. And I'm going to catch y'all on the next one. Peace.
What is up, YouTube? This is a unofficial walk around of my bike. 2006 Kawasaki ZX6R 636 636cc Yoshi pipe. Just not too long ago got it. I'm taking this on my phone because I haven't got my GoPro yet. But this is her. That's my helmet. I love the helmet. It was free helmet, free back tire, brand new. Start it up for you. Hopefully soon I'm going to have more footage of me riding it and stuff like that when I get my GoPro. So, be on the lookout. Thanks for watching.